We're live. We are live.
Live in that. Live in that.
I feel like I know you so well. I'm like, I texted you. We're going live in 2 minutes. Where are you? Freaking out.
Yeah. You should have known. You should have known that I was going to be.
I knew you were gonna make it. I knew you were gonna make it. And that's an expert fade from our producer, Chief Chappaquiddick. He's the same producer for this show. Thank you. Hey, thank you for joining us here. We are live. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, and X.
Hello, Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. This is the premiere episode of the StewKast Wrestling Podcast. I am Lou Marconi, aka Beef Stew Lou Marconi, which is the stew part of the StewKast. My co-host here is Corey Castle, at Corey Castle on Instagram and everywhere else. Yep.
Castle spelled with a K.
Yep.
And therefore the cast portion of the StewKast Wrestling Podcast.
Yeah.
We're here to talk wrestling, folks. Wrestling.
And specifically SummerSlam. So, and I did tease people when I did that. We taped the Sunday Stew Pot. When they check that out, check out the Sunday Stew Pot on Rumble on Sundays. Corey Castle and I do a show. We talk wrestling, but we talk other topics there. This here is specifically for wrestling. So what we're doing now, we're going to just go ahead. I promised a story about SummerSlam. So 2024, there was SummerSlam in Cleveland, Ohio at Cleveland Browns Stadium outside. 60,000 plus people showed up. Great show. I liked it. I mean, it had some goods, had some things that not so good, but we're going to talk about that. We'll go through match by match if you want to. My thing was I said I was going to share a story. So I'll give it real quick.
Yeah.
You know where SummerSlam was at in 1996?
I don't know. No.
It was in Cleveland.
Okay.
It was in Cleveland. That was the famous Boiler Room match between Mankind.
The
Boiler Room match.
Undertaker. Yeah.
Yep. That was in Cleveland. That was at it was the Gund Arena. Now it's the Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. So there was Druids that came out and carried off the Undertaker. Mm-hmm. Remember that?
Yeah.
You know who was one of those Druids?
Was it Beef Stew Lou?
It was me. I was one of them. Handsome Frank Stiletto was another one. There was I'm trying to think. Prince of Polyester was another one, which was Pop. And then you had Tony Anthony, Tom Brandy, and Tracy Smothers. So we came out. We were Druids. We carried them off, and then we carried them back out on Monday night. See that? We rehearsed it. They taped a lot of that Boiler Room match the night before. Mm-hmm. And a lot of stuff inside the boiler room. When they were out in the hallway, that's when they went live. So they anyway, we rehearsed it that night, and then I remember Mark asking us not to drink too much so we can carry them. So I got paid for Saturday night. I got paid for the Sunday night at SummerSlam. Then the next night we did Monday Night Raw. And then the next night I did the Superstars taping. So I had 4 nights in a row working for WWE. And that started my regular run with them for the next 4 years. So did
they pay cash back then?
Yes, I got cash.
Yeah. Because they eventually moved to checks. Did you get cash the whole time you were there, or did you get checks?
Yep. What's a wrestling podcast? Tim, it's a podcast about pro wrestling.
He said what? A wrestling podcast? Question mark.
Oh, yes.
What's a wrestling podcast?
Yeah, I'm a retired pro wrestler, and I'm a retired pro because he comes in on my Brown stuff, on my Brown shows. Yeah. Thanks for joining us, man. Thanks for the comment.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tim Lyons he does stuff with the Cincinnati Bengals. He's down southern Ohio. So he's another fellow Buckeye. Nice. But yes, I thought I didn't read it. I didn't read that correctly. Thank you for correcting me, Corey. So yeah. He goes, wait a second. He says, I grew up around Al Snow. Okay, so he's Lime, Ohio. Okay.
Cool, dude.
I wrestled Al twice. So, yes.
I've shared locker rooms with Al Snow, but I've never wrestled with him.
Yeah, I worked with him at ECW a couple times.
He's such a cool guy to be around, man.
Yeah.
Like the sense of humor. You can't Like it's you can't find another being with that sense of humor in
Right.
this sport or any sport, really.
Of course, one of the best human beings out there is
Right.
is is Al Snow in the business that I've ever met.
Why I
So
enjoyed watching that Netflix series so much because
yes,
you just get a dose of who he actually is, and that was rad.
yeah. So everybody knows he grew up around Al Snow. So that's good stuff. And what is it? There's this one. He's a great guy, funny as hell. Absolutely. Yep.
Really, yeah.
All right, let's get to it. Let's get to it. So SummerSlam. So that was my SummerSlam story. I was a Druid, a 1996 SummerSlam in Cleveland. The main event, I think, was Shawn Michaels versus Vader. I think was that one that was defending against Vader.
Dude,
So cool.
Vader was so hard on Michaels. I recently rewatched that match, the SummerSlam main event, Vader and Michaels. Vader was throwing bombs on Michaels
Yeah,
during that match.
I think that cost him like his push there because he,
Yeah.
he blew up and something went wrong and Michaels wasn't happy. So that
Did you answer my question about the pay? Did it switch to checks at some point, or did it stay cash through the
he
whole
always
time?
said when I was there. When I was there, it was cash.
Mhm.
I got cash. Yeah, they might have done it with checks with the more regular guys, but when I was there, I got paid cash. I
Yeah.
did. I did have to get 1099 forms
Okay.
when I
Was
when I
there ever talks of contracts at all with you?
when I was there. No, no,
No, they weren't ever.
there was no never contract or anything. I just one of those that called me when they needed me, and it was kind of like I just did my job. I had gimmick ideas. I had a gimmick idea in '99 that might have worked when I was talking to Kevin Kelly about it. What they told me I don't want to. I'm not going to divulge anything here, but I said I had an idea of Red Rooster 2000. Where the ad was going to be like it was like a revamp of the old Terry Taylor gimmick.
It's a cockadoodle do over.
Yeah, a cockadoodle do over. Exactly. So that's what we were gonna. That was my idea. But they kind of kept telling me they wanted me to get bigger. They wanted me to get bigger. They wanted me to get bigger. And now it's kind of like I watch it sometimes. I watch wrestling now and I see guys like Dominic Mysterio wouldn't have gotten anywhere near the ring when I
Johnny
was there.
Gargano looks like a 12
Johnny
year old.
Gargano. Yeah.
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano's another one. There's guys like Mike, Miz.
Mhm. Right.
No, no, not big enough. Daniel Bryan is another good one.
Right. Right.
Yeah. So anyway, we'll just go into the rest of the week. We talked about Rhea Ripley, Liv Morgan. I thought it was a great match. I love the psychology. I love the twist at the end. It was weird that they kind of opened up with that. What did you think?
I had the same thought. It was weird that that was the first match. That was the
Hmm.
match that had the most build and had the most anticipation for people to see it, and that'd be the first thing that's on. It was like might be territory to like have people change the channel right after it was over.
Yeah.
So I thought the finish was super creative. It was definitely it felt like something off the territories. Like, oh,
Yeah.
you can't win the belt with the chair, and he's still swerving her. He's still like looking
Yeah.
like he's
Yeah.
on her side.
Yeah.
So the psychology of it worked out perfectly.
It
You
worked
you
out.
saw you saw him smirk when she lost, and you were like, oh, okay, heel turn's coming right now.
Here it comes. He like
Yeah,
turned double heel. He
yeah,
turned double
yeah,
heel.
yeah, exactly.
The other one after that one was it the Sami Zayn Braun Breaker?
I don't. I wish I had brought up the order of the card.
But
Um,
okay, well, we could talk about that one since we just talked about it. So that one, I think we talked about it before. Like it seemed like it ended a
yeah, it
little
was
bit,
really
a little
strangely
abrupt.
abrupt. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. It seemed like they cut it short. And I was wondering if somebody got injured, but I didn't hear anything. Was anybody injured that you were aware of?
not.
Because a lot of times
I
when they end a match early, it's because somebody is hurt. Not that you're aware of.
no, I hadn't heard.
Okay. All right. And then, but otherwise, I mean, title change was pretty much predictable at that point. I felt they were going to put it on Braun Breaker.
Right. Well, I
Uh,
mean, like he you can't lose to Sami Zayn twice in a row, like
yeah.
two pay-per-views in a row. I don't think that they they would have been able to recover from that having Braun Breaker
Yeah. Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
kind of put Sammy over
And
to
Sami Zayn was
Cleveland
another
live
guy in
events.
the '90s that would have never saw the ring.
Right.
I'm
Yes.
not kidding. Yeah. Another one with the other match, the probably the weakest match was Bailey and Nia Jax.
Right.
And I said this, and this is giving them their props in a way that with a size difference of Nia Jax versus Bailey, it's very difficult to work the match, to put the match together and to have it go off as believable as possible. They did their best at doing that, and it was just really, I don't know, it's awkward. It's just really awkward to do that.
No,
So
you
that's the way it
you
kind of
were right
felt.
in that order. You were saying that right. The second match was the Intercontinental Championship match, Braun Breaker versus Sami Zayn.
Okay, now did we
The
skip
third
one?
match, yeah, the third match is what we skipped. It was the Logan Paul and LA Knight for the United States
Okay,
Championship.
we talk about that, yeah, because I just mentioned the Nia Jackson Bailey. If you want to add anything to what I said about Nia Jackson Bailey before we go to Logan Paul and LA Knight.
I mean, I don't like to seem like I'm piling up on somebody to say like how bad they suck. Like, but I'm I'm not the biggest fan of Nia Jax, and I think I would say that back on Wrestle Rock when we used to record that show weekly, just
Mm-hmm.
how we're going to be doing this show weekly. Just
Mm-hmm.
I would talk about how she seems like she has changed the channel heat most of the time. Where it's like you're watching her and she doesn't seem like she really cares to be there or to be doing it. It seems like she's just kind of going through the motions and sort of is lazy. And that's what might cause the clumsiness
Mm-hmm.
and the almost like the like hurting people, the carelessness of hurting people because she doesn't seem like she really super cares to be there and she's
She
collecting a
just
check.
she just doesn't seem safe out there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I hope that's not the case. The
Same.
Yeah, the LA Knight. Switching gears a little bit to LA Knight and Logan Paul. Logan Paul's from Cleveland. It was in Cleveland Brown Stadium. He was wearing brown and orange. He had Machine Gun Kelly with him. He lost the U.S. title to LA Knight. LA Knight is one of the best talents in the world. He's phenomenal. Don't get me wrong. He deserves that belt.
It was
I
the
just,
absolute right time to give him a championship because he's been
yeah,
without one for very long.
yeah. And I'm thinking it could have been a better place and time to do it than there because it was in Cleveland the way it done, and somebody had to be a smartass and say something about Cleveland and Cleveland Browns colors and Cleveland Browns Stadium don't work well. So I had to respond to it saying, well, it worked well last December when we clinched a playoff spot, which we did last year in December on a Thursday night. We beat the Jets to clinch a playoff spot. So anyway, different time, different era now. But
But
tell you the truth,
let's also
go
point
ahead.
out a different part that makes it a different era. It's like because he was wearing like pandery colors, like you wear
Yeah,
the hometown sports team colors if you're a babyface. But like he's still clearly trying to be a heel and acting as if he's a heel. So
he
it's
still
like
was healing. They were healing on, yeah, him and Machine Gun Kelly were
the
totally healing.
blurred lines. What I call, and I'll say it on here because this is the first episode. What I'm saying, it's all a gray area. I call it a gray fade. I call it gray fade. So anybody who's listening or checking this out or watching this right now, if you find yourself confused on what's a work and what's a shoot, gray fade is the applicable term.
Mm-hmm. Tim, we're going to get to that match. He's talking about Roman Reigns. Did you see his comment? Yeah, he goes, I'm sure you'll get to it, but I want your personal opinion on Roman returning. Roman's storyline got old with Brock and then losing to Cody. Yeah, we'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah.
We're getting to that. So, okay, after LA Knight, Logan Paul, what was it CM
Then it
Punk?
was the Nia Jax Bailey match was after that,
Okay,
and then the
we are
CM Punk and Drew
CM Punk.
McIntyre. Yeah.
Yeah, that one I was thinking like maybe CM Punk still working through some ring rust. Didn't seem quite the same, but it was a good match. The
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins stuff we talked about. What was it with the Seth Rollins thing you were saying?
It's just this the motivation with the bracelet, the friendship bracelet. It seemed petty, and not petty. It just seemed flimsy. Like it didn't have a lot of real weight to it. Like if if Seth, I mean, if Drew had maybe taken his actual wife or taken a picture of his wife
Mm-hmm.
or like like let's say, like hacked into his wife's Twitter account or something. Like I could
That
see,
would be a great gimmick.
yeah, like that. I feel like oh,
You
oh,
hacked my Twitter.
like I feel like that would be more relatable. But friendship bracelets, like who is this show for? Like
Yeah.
it was,
It's
weird.
teenage girls. It's
Yeah,
teenage girls.
it's very like Taylor Swift. Like,
They're all
hi,
Swifties.
it's me. I'm the problem. It's me.
Oh, Jesus Christ, stop. So, okay. See, we might have a copyright problem right there.
Yeah, well, it isn't.
He
It doesn't sound
agrees.
anything like the real song because I'm not a very talented singer.
Yeah, yeah, he agrees, and he said
Huh,
it was
good.
cheesy. Cheesy
Yes.
was the midget that was with Jerry Lawler at the one Survivor Series.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, that was cheesy.
Cheesy and sleazy.
Wheezy.
Yeah.
But the midgets with Jerry Lawler. That's awesome. Okay, I had to bring that up.
Mhm.
Okay, after Drew and CM Punk,
It was
what do we have?
Gunther
Gunther and
and Damien.
Damon. That was a good match.
Yes. Yes.
That was really good. I did. The thing is, I always love watching physicality. There you go. I love watching the physicality of really good wrestling, and that was stiff. It was good. It was solid. It was believable. I loved it, and I think we said Sherry, my co-host with the Burning River Browns talk, the up predicted the title change because of her dog.
Dude, but also then like the the turn, like Finn on Damien, and all that
Mhm.
was all something nobody saw coming, and it was interesting because we never saw anybody witness a turn on them through the replay on the
Mhm.
Tron. So
Mhm.
it was all like kind of newish sort of approaches
Mhm.
to making that happen. You know, because he watched Finn put Gunther's foot on the rope during the pin attempt.
Yeah.
That one, and what cinematic adventures to have him like when he leaped out and grabbed Finn by the throat.
Mhm.
It's such drama, and it's going to be interesting to see like how it's how Damian Priest kind of navigates through this because like he wasn't as strong of a champion as he could be the first time around, but this is only going to make his next reigns mean more. You know what I mean? His next title reigns kind of mean more. And
Yeah. Yeah.
if you watched Raw the next night when he came out and he cut that promo, and even the next night when Gunther cut the promo, and then Randy Orton came out and said the modern day fans deserve a modern day Steamboat and Flair, and that's what you and I can do. And
Ooh.
that was a real cool build, and I really and they are building for Berlin the Berlin
Yeah.
Premium Live event.
That's at August 31st,
Yeah, that's going to be
the end of the
Randy
month.
Orton
Yep.
and Gunther.
24
Yes,
days. Yep.
yeah,
That should be fun. That should be fun. All right.
that should be fun.
What was after the Damian Priest
The
and
undisputed championship, Cody
was it the
Rhodes
Cody
versus
Rhodes? The Cody
yeah.
Rhodes match? Before we go to that, the thing I thought there was no tag team matches.
No, none. No, no,
Yeah.
no triple threats. No, nothing very gimmicky.
No, nothing very gimmicky. And we talked about this growing up in Cleveland. We never saw title changes happen in Cleveland. There was four that night. There was four. So with yeah, let me see. It was Liv Morgan kept her belt, Cody kept his belt, and what was the other
The
four?
Intercontinental title flipped.
The
The
the,
women's
the
title
heavyweight
flipped. The
championship
women's
flip,
world title flipped. But
yep,
the
and the
WWE
U.S.
women's title
title.
wasn't even on the line. Like
Yeah,
who holds that one? The WWE women's.
oh, I
Uh,
couldn't even tell. Yeah. Oh shit! Don't know why you asking me that. It changes so much.
right,
Hang on.
they do switch them a lot.
I could use my crack research team while you do that. Go ahead. Let's talk about the Cody Rhodes. I like
Right.
the psychology of it.
Yeah. Dude, the pop when Roman came out was nuts.
Yeah.
It was
Well, with
it
Randy
was
Orton and Kevin Owens too.
it was almost it rivaled the pop that the Killers get when they sing "I'm not sold, I got sold, but I'm not a soldier" in concert.
Okay, okay. See, that's in reference to this. You have to watch the Sunday
You
Stew
have to
Pot on
watch the Sunday
Rumble
Stew Pot, which
to
comes
know
out
that.
this Sunday.
Sunday morning on Rumble. Sunday morning on Rumble. It's Sunday Stew Pot. Check out it. It's our show. Yeah, because it was so funny because my wife was watching it with me, and this people when I watch wrestling, I don't say anything because I ruin it for people because I kind of see what's coming. I know what's going on. So does Corey does the same thing because we've been in it for so long. You just know the psychology of it. We've been together for 15 years. We've been married for 11. She was saying out loud, "Oh, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen." Guess who joined us? Amelia. Hey,
Oh,
good to
hey,
see you. Good to see you. Thanks for joining
lunchtime.
us. Yeah, it's lunchtime.
At
Enjoy your lunch.
lunchtime, everybody
Lunchtime.
agrees.
Everybody agrees. So whenever she was kind of predicting that Roman Reigns was going to help Cody Rhodes keep the belt and win and everything, and she's like, "Yeah, I've been around you too much." WWE Women's Champion. Let's Google that. 2 days ago, uh, championship holders. Let me. Oh, this was 2 days ago. Hold on. Current WWE female. It's not Nia Jax. Well, that's
No, she's the world. She's the WWE Women's World Champion, but the WWE Women's Champion is something different.
mm, not Bianca Bel. No, 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 no. Hold on. Let me see. I'm on WWE's website. Go ahead. Keep talking. So anyway, she knew it was coming when watching it, because what I think they're building up to is a rematch at WrestleMania, Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes. That's what they're going to build up to, and that's the direction I see this coming. Hang on, WWE Championships. Hold on. Yeah, let's go ahead. What were you trying to look it up to?
I'm also trying to look it up right at the moment. Yeah.
WWE Women's Championship. It says Nia Jax on their website. Hang on. I got to accept all the cookies on this. All right. Hold on, hold on. What is this? Fuck stupid pop up. Hang on. WWE. Uh,
Isn't that weird? They have too many belts. Like,
yeah, it is. It's always just weird. It's.
I mean, but like AEW has way too many belts.
Yeah, there's everybody gets a belt. It's like Oprah. You get a belt, and you get a belt, and you get a belt. So yeah, to answer your question, Tim, I think what I think of Roman Reigns' returning is fantastic. I think it's going to build up to a great WrestleMania main event. There's three. It's in the threes. It's always in threes. This is going to
Oh,
be the third one with
wait a minute.
Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes.
It is Liv Morgan. So it was the
Oh, that's right.
both belts
Yes,
were defended on the
yes,
on
they were. Yeah, that was the opening match. We were so wrapped up in the angle and the storyline, we forgot
the
about the
belt didn't
championship.
matter. Yeah, the belt is
Yeah, yeah, that's right. This
everything
is
else
Liv
was so
Morgan.
over that the belt didn't even matter.
And
Oh man.
this, like I said, what you're seeing with this angle is they're veering away from the PG era.
Yeah.
I was there during the Attitude Era. Trust me, man. I remember those times. Back in the 90s, it was so much fun to be at WWE.
Well,
Well,
like
WWF back then.
it's gonna be so different now with like Netflix and not censoring stuff. Like people are gonna be saying all types of language on
Yeah.
WWE programming.
Would it be like the old ECW arena shows?
Maybe like that.
Oh, that stuff was raunchy, dude, what they
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
Oh god, it
We'll
was
see.
horrible.
We'll see how
But
far they let it go.
that will just about do it. So we're going to talk more. I think what they want us to do. This is our first episode. It was a review of SummerSlam. We're going to review Monday Night Raw. I think AEW Dynamite and SmackDown is what we're going to be doing. I don't think we're going to be messing around with NXT too much. So that's what we're going to be trying to do. So we're going to kind of just talk wrestling when we come on here every Wednesday, and you're going to find it. You can find us on everywhere else like Spotify and everywhere else. This would be through the Fans First Sports Network and the Fanatical Elves Network, and we appreciate each and every one of you. Cody, did you have anything to say before we take it home?
Who's Cody?
Corey. Yeah, Cody Rhodes is on here.
Cody Rhodes.
Sorry, I had Cody Rhodes in my head. Just give me a break. I'm old.
It's not like we haven't been doing a show for 66 weeks together.
True.
But I'm Corey Castle. Thanks for joining us. Come through every week. Follow us on other stuff at Corey Castle on Instagram and on Twitter.
Thanks, Tim.
Or however you want to say it. Keep on keeping track of us. We're going to continue.
Yep.
Maybe throughout this too, I'll probably connect it next week to my Facebook as well as my YouTube and my Twitch and all that stuff too. So the channels are gonna continue to open up. So get on the ground floor with us to kind of see if you guys thought this had any value. Continue to share and let your friends know, and maybe they'll have some value in it. It's two wrestlers talking wrestling.
Yep. Or and I even joked. I joked about this. Like whenever I watch a pay-per-view or an event like that, I kind of get to the point like, man, I'm starting to miss wrestling. But when I get up after sitting down for a while, I start realizing, oh, this is why I'm not wrestling anymore. So, so it's kind of just hits me. It's like, oh yeah, that's why.
You renamed your knees Creek.
Dawson's Creek. Dawson's Creek. Oh,
Dawson's Creek. The knees
Dawson's
Creek. Dawson, and they creek
and they creak. Yes. Thank you for reminding me how old I am. Guys, have a great day. We'll see you next week.
All right, show's over.
We'll just let it play.
Oh yeah, let it play.
We'll play it out about another 10 seconds. We got another comment here. Yes, crack and creek. Thank you.